Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA Cardano. So yeah, ADA is still hovering here in this support box. Yeah, and it's getting trickier and trickier. Yesterday I made the video and said it's basically has a correction where it shouldn't have one, or it has a move to the upside where it shouldn't have one. Ideally, I wanted to see the Y wave go lower. Now, we never broke below the wave W low. That was important as some, sort of confirmation that this wave Y is actually ongoing. We had some indications and signs before, but we never broke that previous low. Left the possibility to say maybe it was already finished. Maybe we had a WX and the Y wave was finished here and we're now moving up and get one more high. Yeah, and basically will go above the high of 34.6 cents. That's still a possibility, of course, but so far we haven't broken out of this support target box. I think that would be important for additional confirmation that the correction was already over. It's tricky, I'm honest with you. The price action leaves different options open. That's a strength of Elliott wave analysis, to understand when you have a lot of possible and highly probable scenarios, which might indicate that from a tactical point of view, it might be worth either just sitting on the sidelines to wait for clarity, using maybe only a smaller position size, maybe using no leverage, because the outcome is less certain. When you have more possibilities, obviously it's getting difficult with probabilities as well, right? Let's say if you have only two highly likely scenarios, you're talking about maybe a 70-30 probability. When you have 3 or 4, then you're talking, about, what are the probabilities of the individual scenarios. So it's getting more and more difficult here with ADA, so I'm honest with you. I would nearly say that because it should really, we have seen Ethereum, Bitcoin yesterday make new highs. ADA obviously didn't. That, for me, rather confirms that we are still in some kind of a correction. I've now moved these waves around a bit to make sense of what's happening here, and this would make sense in my view, that we still have this WXY scenario ongoing here, but that what we've seen here over the last few days was only the wave X, basically as a flat pattern. In the X wave, we've seen a wave A in 3 waves, the wave B in 3 waves, and the C wave here as an impulse. So if this is the correct assumption, we should now, in the next step, see a break below the B wave low. So below 30.8 cents basically. If, however, we do something like this, then I have to assume the correction was already finished here and we're already on our way to a new high. Just has the background that this is of course an impulse to the upside. So I'm currently counting this as a C wave of the wave X, because I assume that the correction hasn't been finished yet. For whatever, for several reasons. First of all, it moved up here where it shouldn't have really. And we haven't broken out of the target box yet to the upside. And we also didn't make a new high, while Bitcoin and Ethereum actually did that. So leaves the space open for another low here. But of course we need to wait for confirmation because of the let's say all the different scenarios that are possible here. Because in sideways consolidation, typically various possibilities are, can unfold. Here, for example, this is certainly a likely one, especially as if I'm looking at the fib retracements for the X wave. So we have really only pulled back into the region between the 50% retracement and the 61.8. For an X wave, that's absolutely fine, yeah. We could even push a little bit higher in the C wave. But the point is, if we now come down, make a substantial correction, but basically make a higher low, that's the thing. It could then mean that this is not a C wave, but it could be a wave 1 to the upside and a wave 2 to the downside, and we would then rally up in a wave 3. For that, it needs to hold ideally the 31.2 cent level. Breaking below the 31.2 cent level will already indicate that we're also going to lose the B wave and that we are heading down now in a wave Y. The wave Y consists of A, B, C. So I'm gonna follow that, gonna observe that. At the moment, I cannot give you a clear outcome here. My preference would obviously still, that's why I've got it on the chart, be that we get this Y wave. That's been my first impression as well. And that's what I think is gonna happen, but it doesn't really matter what I think. It matters what the market decides. Therefore, I often say, you know, don't trade what you expect to happen, trade what the market is actually doing. Trade support levels, trade resistance areas, scale into support, set your stop losses, take profit in resistance. That's how to do it. Obviously, each scenario has a certain probability. Here, however, the probabilities are fairly close together with a direct breakout or coming down lower. Yeah, we're still hovering in a consolidation, and at the moment this could easily be corrective price action. We have an impulse here, but bear in mind within a correction you also have impulses. So I'm gonna go with this now. Bear in mind, even a break above that high would not mean that the WXY scenario is invalid. I would say we have a chance to still pull back in the next wave to 33.7 cents. That is the 78.6 retracement. Above that, the X wave will get less likely. But it's certainly still a possibility, because even if I'm looking at it from an angle of, okay, what is the length of the C wave? Yeah, we take the length of the A wave here, just a different way of measuring target. And also here, the 1.618 extension would take us to around 33.7 cents. That is, again, if I draw the Fib retracements, pretty much perfectly in line with the 78.6% retrace of the wave W. So I'm gonna observe that for you, but cannot give you a clear answer. My preference is clear here, further downside, find support in this area, but that's only my preference, which can of course be wrong. And I'm also not always trading my preference. I'm trading low risk, high reward setups, and the preference could be something different. But yeah, this is sort of what I'm observing. I'll let you know, certainly consolidating at the moment, but the price action is not too clear at the moment. All right, so that's my update about ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. If you're interested to support MCO, check out our MCO stake pool. We've recently launched that. We are distributing rewards. We ideally need some more delegations, yeah, so we need the community here to support. Number of delegators is going up, but we can still do with a bit more ADA in the pool. So if you'd like to support the MCO stake pool, you can find a link. By the way, I've got it on C Explorer. You can find a link in the description. You can also find videos how to delegate to the stake pool. And yeah, so that would help certainly with finding a few more blocks. And again, important is that the number of delegators is going up. We've got around 120 now that are trusting the MCO stake pool. If we get more, even better. We had a few whales pool hopping here, but obviously ideally you get a lot of delegators with smaller delegations, because then the pool is getting more stable, right? So any support would be appreciated. You can earn passive ADA with your ADA there. And yeah, as the pool grows, the rewards should grow as well. All right. That's my update. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.